You walked out of a meeting this week and replayed it for more than 2 hours, telling yourself, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy enough to be in the room. And you even started to doubt your skills and track record. Why should they even listen to me? You keep repeating to yourself. It is not because you're not good enough. It is not because the CFO has more credential, has more responsibility, has higher authority than you. It is not that what you know to be true is not worth sharing. Let me tell you something. Every one of the sentences is a lie. And you walked into that room carrying all these lies in your subconscious. You didn't invent any of these lies. You were programmed to play small from home and from school, to have respect for people with perceived more authority, responsibility than you. What happens? You default to what's familiar, default to the doing, instead of stepping into the trusted advisor role you know you're supposed to be and who you know you are. By the end of this video, you will know how to break the loop and how to take any meeting from here. So let's begin. Here's a new tool, very simple sequence, and I want you to play with it before every meeting and even when you lay in bed and you cannot stop your train of thoughts. You probably heard Stephen Covey say, be, do, have. And I have also been training and teaching be, do, have for a long time. Who do you want to be? We want to embody our next version. But there's another tool that is as powerful as be, do, have. And it flips everything. It's have, do, be. And why have, do, be is so much more powerful when we want to stop our train of thoughts is that in that micro moment, we want to decide and declare what we want to have. I teach my private clients, what experience do you want to have by the end of the team meeting? What experience do you want to have when you close the interview and say, thank you for a very good conversation? That is the having. What do I want to have by the end of this time together? When you know what you want to have, it's very easy to know what to do. Because you cannot be challenged. You cannot show up playing small if you want to have a real good conversation. And that leads me to what's really important. It's you. It's the identity. Identity is everything. Who do you need to be in that room? For example, a client of mine was having a conversation with the CFO and she felt she was less than him. It is not true. It has all to do with how she perceived herself, the beliefs she had about herself and her role compared to being in a room with the CFO, right? That's the being. And I asked her, what do you really want to have had out of this conversation? And she elaborated on it. She doubled down on what she knew to be true and how they could play together. And when we discovered what she really wanted to have out of that meeting, she also saw or discovered that actually she could have brought new perspectives that he was not aware of. And by so doing, she would have taken the room as a trusted advisor. So, why do I share this with you? I share this with you because so many of you struggle when in room with people with louder voices. And I say on a sunny day, we are emotional intelligent and we feel calm and we operate from our higher self and with integrity when we are in room with people where we feel relaxed and feel seen. But when we do not feel seen, that's where your nervous system and your subconscious is really taking over. Your subconscious is your inner GPS. And your subconscious oftentimes take plan B rather than plan A, where you really are blaming yourself. Why didn't I show up like that? Why didn't I say what I wanted to say? It's because you have been playing with a thought, a counterintuitive and subconscious thought and belief that you were less than. It was not a conscious thought, it was a subconscious thought. When you run this very simple sequence, what do I want to have, what do I want to do, and who do I want to be, then you put your nervous system back into alignment, you say that, but you calm your inner world. And remember, your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. Also, when you lay in bed at night and you keep ruminating, why didn't I say that? Are you telling yourself he never sees me? Then be curious about how did you actually show up. Most of my clients, they want to be more visible, but they discover that they feel invisible because of programming from home, from school. And unless we let go of that programming, unless we choose a different reality, that programming and the blueprint will still run your career, will still run how you show up in every meeting. But with this very simple sequence, you can actually flip it very, very quickly. And I've experienced this with 2 clients over the last 2 weeks, and they have not experienced, they have seen transformational shift in conversations where they before played really small because they gave away power to people with perceived more responsibility. They've forgotten how powerful they are. They've forgotten that they had an amazing track record, that they actually, all that wisdom, they left at the doorstep. I want you to remember, bring all your wisdom and your knowing, your knowledge into the room. One thing is information. Everyone can read up. Everyone can watch a video like this. Another thing is lived experiences. And we want to help you own your lived experiences so much more than what you do right now. Because lived experiences is wisdom. So for your next CEO meeting, for your next CFO meeting, answer these 3 questions. What do I want to have? What do I want to do? And who do I want to be? And own it in your body. Be so proud of what you want to have. Most people go into a meeting not knowing what they want to have out of the conversation. Now you know a simple sequence that will give you an unfair advantage. And when you when you adhere to this sequence and you just take it into your heart, you will show up with more authority, calm authority. You will be able to be more present in the meeting, and you will see miracles. You will experience some aha conversations because you know what you wanted out of the meeting. And I bet the one you're going to have a meeting with, the CFO or the CEO, did not even have an idea of what they want to have out of the meeting, because very few people actually prep that way. So you already belonged. You have what they need in the room. The voice that you've been listening to was a lie. I know you can. Now go.